Hello and welcome. My name is Vex, and today is Friday. It's been a little while, but today we have some creator leaks, as well as some info about what characters are going to be in the alpha for Godforge. We've got two characters. We got Quetzalcoatl to look at and Loki to look at for their abilities specifically today. We're also going to take a look at the video that released this week from Fateless talking about the 67 characters that are going to be in the alpha. There's some rumors that there's going to be 2 extra because, like, why would you have 67 characters and not add 2 more? Like, just, like, come on. Like, everybody as a part of the Fateless team, like, you know, is chronically online like all of us. So, like, come on. Like, I'm pretty sure Simon made that joke. Anyway, before we get into this, I kind of want to do a little bit of an updated primer. If you want to skip this part, there's timestamps down below. But for those of you who may be new, we record these live in front of a studio audience on twitch.tv/vexinglive. Link to that is in the description. Whenever there's Godforge news or when we get into the actual alpha phase and into the beta later, we'll be live streaming it, you know, as often as I can. Especially during the competition during Wave 3. I've been officially confirmed for Wave 2, as Wave 1 unfortunately lands on a time where I will not be around my computer. So it's good. It's okay. We'll be able to make content and, like, you know, sort of explore the alpha and upload videos and whatnot. But other than that, I've been playing gacha games, I guess, since maybe 2020, 2021. Started with Genshin Impact, been playing Raid Shadow Legends, of course, because I hate myself. But I've played, like, essentially every gacha. There's a couple that I still keep around, a couple that I really like Zenless Zone Zero. I'm also a Hoyo creator, a part of their, like, creator program, so I really like Hoyo. So I try to attack these leaks and these creator leaks and info we get about the game and the game as a whole from a critical point of view. I really want it in the best Christmas miracle land. This game solves all issues that I have with previous gacha games, and so far we're seeing some quality of life and some overall improvements to the genre. I really want Godforge to sort of, like, up the ante. But, you know, nothing's perfect, so we're here to give our input on things that are happening in the genre and specifically with Godforge as we approach launch, and see if we can, you know, help out the community or help out the devs get a different perspective. So, let's take a look. We have seen Quetzalcoatl before, but we did not see any abilities. So, let's take a look at her abilities. We know that she's like a healer. Yeah, an invoker. Invokers restore strength to your team and focus exclusively on empowering your allies in battle. While its defender's goal is to reduce incoming damage, invokers will focus on healing and enabling your team to increase their potency and power. And is critical in any assault. Hey, DLDS. This heroes align themselves with Order. We still don't really know what's going on with Order and Chaos. That's going to be, like, you know, story related. Okay. I'm actually going into this one completely blind. I did not take a look at this beforehand, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. All right, so we're witnessing... Wait. Oh, how do I... Does this not... Oh! Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the levels. So we're seeing how you might quickly level something up. It looks like... Okay. So this is the level up, rank up screen. It looks like... Level up to level 10. You need to star up to increase your level cap. Level up to level 20. you need to increase your level cap again. So unlike Raid, where you need to get a 4-star character up to level 40 and then rank them up and you go back to level 1, you still stay at level 40. This is super standard in games that aren't Raid Shadow Legends. Or I guess Etheria Restart. Etheria Restart has done that. And it's just an extra resource sink. Like in Zenless or Genshin or whatever, most gacha games, when you hit the level cap, you just spend a bunch of, currency to increase the level cap. Maybe I think Arknights also resets the level. That system's a bit different though. So I'm actually really, really happy about that, because it means that there's going to be probably a unique resource for. I mean, I guess it looks like here maybe you just need food champions to increase your level cap. It might be that getting the XP for a character is a bit trickier. And you get to see the stats go up too. It's kind of nice. I'm not good at like this type of math, so I don't know like the scaling rate. But clearly, as an invoker, you want somebody with high HP and high defense. So, like, I guess without any kind of gear, that looks okay. Yeah, like to get a character from level 1 all the way to level 60. I wonder if I don't know if you need the food along the way too. Like if you want to go just straight up 1 to 60 maxed out. Do you only need 5 stars? Or do you also need 2 stars, 3 stars, 4, and so on? I don't know. You might have to do like every step. Okay, an interesting filter system. I was hoping for alpha we'd get new UI boxes. I'm still not particularly a fan. Abilities. Okay, we got a leader bonus for 21% speed in all battles. That's pretty good. I was afraid that this would happen, but then once we saw the breakdown of the stats, like what they actually mean, I think it's like extremely apparent that speed is going to be king, and that's like kind of disappointing. Okay, core ability, or I guess basic ability. Serpent Fang, attack one enemy and heal all allies. If the attack is a strong hit, place a Petrify. I think Petrify was just skip a turn, if I remember correctly. Okay. A1 AoE heal. Seems good. Heal all allies for 10% of this character's max HP. Oh, the attack scales with resistance? Whoa, that's weird. So that's not going to be... That might not be a crappy attack. Interesting. And if you AoE... Oh, no, you're only hitting one enemy. Okay, never mind. Take a drink. Soaring Currents. Speed up to... This has a 5-turn cooldown. Increase the turn meter of all allies by 20%. And then place speed up 2 on each target. On each target. That probably just needs to be reworded. And then place a speed up 2. Because you're not targeting anything. Yeah, so you have this person as your lead. You have them... Person, I don't know. You have this deity as your lead, 21% increased speed. You have her with, you know, 1 billion speed. She goes first before the other team. You boost the turn meter of your characters, and they get a speed up. Oh my god, that's gross. That's like intentionally busted. Okay, ultimate. Gain 80 divinity when an ally strong hits an enemy with an attack. Okay, so snakes can't be people. Hey. Wait, oh no, I was thinking about Argonians. Argonians are lizards, right? Not snakes. Is it? No, I'm not going there. So when a different ally strong hits, so you strong hit when your affinity is better than their, or like it beats their affinity. Places attack up. It's an ultimate. Attack up, sharpen 2, which I think is you deal more damage. I should have had the list up with me. And accuracy up to all the 2 on allies for 2 turns. Will increase the ally with the highest turn meter by 50% when this hero's divinity reaches 100%. I'm assuming this means the ally that has the highest turn meter will get their turn meter increased by 50% when this character reaches 80 or 100% divinity. So when they get their ultimate, whoever has the highest turn meter will get 50%. Okay, so it could be, I guess it could be anybody. The interesting thing about this one is this character is just like busted out of the gate because your ultimate, just like in Star Rail, can be used out of turn order. So actually, I don't know if, have we seen if it's your character, so if it's Quetzalcoatl's turn, and then you use their ultimate, does that then end the turn? Or is that interrupting your own turn with your own ultimate? Because that's like a pretty big difference. Like, yeah, I can interrupt somebody's turn with a different character's ultimate, or I can interrupt my opponent's turn by using my ultimate. But can I interrupt myself before placing the turn meter? I could use this to attack up or whatever, then speed up, increase the turn meter even more. I don't know. Thinking too hard about it, I think. Oh, increases attack stat by 40%. Raises crit damage. Okay. And strong hit damage. And then accuracy up. Sure. It's cool that you can just click those. What about the passive? When this hero is defeated, revive all allies with 50% HP and increase their initiative. I almost said intellect. By 5%. Their initiative is how they gain turn meter? I can't remember. Man, I'm so bad at this. I'm really bad at remembering things. That's also busted. What the hell? So if this happens to die, revive everybody else. There's a character like this in Raid that's particularly good. So this is like the most support you can be. A heal, probably a really good heal on day 1 too. What the heck was that? I want to see the stats. I don't know if base speed 102 is good. Oh, we got pants. Kraken 2. HP plus 1% on each turn. HP plus 25%. I think somebody in the content creator Discord was saying that, like, oh yeah, all of the benefits of a gear set, like, stack on each other. Which is super good. Reduce damage taken. So every turn that your character's alive, it gains 1% HP. That's pretty good. I will say the artwork of the different armor sets leaves a bit to be desired. I understand that it's still the alpha, but at least they're all different. When before they were not. Still not excited about this screen. They've definitely changed it, and it makes more sense now, but I maybe if I can figure out which video it is, I'll link it down in the description. But I had, like, quite a long, not a rant, but like a, hey, here's all the cool stuff we could do, and here's all the ways we didn't do it. Okay, actually, so Awakening 1, so this is when you use a duplicate character. Oh, man. I just remembered something. So I don't want to get sidetracked. Because it's about this. You can use your duplicate Quetzalcoatl to either... Okay, you've got one Quetzalcoatl built. She's... Mother is mothering. And she is great. You've built her super great. You get a second one. You can't use a second one. You have to do something with it. You can't have two on the same team. Hey, X. So you have the choice. You can awaken your original Quetzalcoatl with the second one, improving its speed, increase speed of each target by 10. Oh, is that the ultimate? Or is it the A2? That's the A2. That's the like, increased turn meter. So you increase their speed by 10, as well as giving them a speed up, which is kind of nice. That's actually kind of busted. Or you can turn it into the essence that you would imbue into... do you put them in weapons? Or do you put them on... I think you put them on characters. So you turn the Quetzalcoatl, which essentially just grabs its passive. We've not seen too much of that, but it seems to be like you can take some of the passive from one character and just put it on a different character. And that both of those consume the extra duplicate character. One of which increases the potency of your main one by quite a bit, no matter what character it is. The other one sacrifices your legendary character to like, maybe improve a different character. And you can't ever get that character back. As far as I know, we might not even be able to get the imbued essence back for that sacrifice. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I'm as somebody who is, you know, a free-to-play and very low spender in gacha games, I am never going to have a character like Quetzalcoatl where I have already obtained 5 copies and completed this track so that I can then start spending the extra ones as essence. Like, the trade-off of my account's stability and power of having more legendaries does not... it outweighs a duplicate just being essentially binned for its passive. Like, doing that for rare characters that you know you'll replace soon is fine. Like, whatever. Or epic characters even. But, like, I'm quite literally never going to use my legendary character and trash it for its imbued essence. Like, I'm always going to want to get the duplicate copy to improve my main one. And this was like a main concern I had when this system was first introduced. Because, like I said, as far as we know, we're not able to get that essence back. And we know it's confirmed that when you transfer your character into that essence, you can't undo that. You don't just get the legendary character back. And it's not like when you get... Like, they could do it where if you get a duplicate of a character, like you get Quetzalcoatl and then you open a new one, you just obtain the imbued essence as well because the game recognizes that you already have one. You have to physically go in and select which one you want to happen. Which is crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Maybe I'm not, because the alpha hasn't happened yet. I've not seen, like, maybe this is like super, super powerful and like could increase the potency of a different character. But like I'm 100% never using this on legendaries. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Initiative up. Seems good. Can't be resisted. Petrify. Initial divinity up by 200. Oh, so you start the match with 550 divinity, which is over halfway to revive has no restriction. Oh man. Like I said before, I there's not going to be a moment where as a free-to-play / low spender, I'm gonna, unless we're talking like 5 years in the future, and there's like a standard banner, and like, you know, I've obtained these standard characters a million times. Like, I've been playing Zenless for over a year now, and my max, essentially legendary character, is +3. So I've gotten 3 extra copies of that character. I cannot see a world where I get a 6th, where, or even like a 3rd or a 4th, where I'm like passing up this Petrify. Like, that's insane. That's super good. Initial divinity, that's okay, but like, you're really working towards the 5th one, where your revive has no restrictions, which is nuts. Like, why would I bin a legendary, no matter what, because all of them are going to have this. All characters, theoretically, all characters are going to have this. So, like, what's the point? I just don't get it. Like, this is great. I love the stat increases and whatnot. Good use of duplicates. Trashing them for an imbue, not a good use of duplicates. I thought they didn't have pants on. Yeah. Okay, we're attacking. This is a this is a pre-alpha build. I think some of the UI has changed slightly, including, I think, some of the turn meter stuff. I'm supposed to be focusing on the abilities. Okay, so she like flaps her wings a little bit. Speed up, guys. That looks cool. I like that. Strong hit. Get wrecked. Quetzalcoatl. The big long neck when she's attacked is like kind of funny. Yeah, I really like the good point. Good point. I really like the lighting effects on the wings themselves, and the sort of ombre of feathers. It looks really good. And like they've captured the World of Warcraft player in me in the extremely thin mask. If you've ever been flying around in like old zones in World of Warcraft, all the trees and bushes are like just a 2D texture. So if you see them from the side, it's just like a line. It's super funny. I get why they did it. It's a joke. It's a joke. I think we're going to get up to 3 times as well. Okay, we got an ultimate. Oh, here we go. We actually might get an answer to my question. Okay, so it's our turn, and we're going to use an ultimate. So I get to see if we get a turn after it. Oh, that's sick. Yes, we do. Okay. Our turn's right after it. What about turn meter? Did everybody have turn meter? Yes. Okay. So you just interrupt yourself. That's really nice. That makes sense. I'm just hoping we get some animations of like the character portrait going down to the bottom, because this like shuffle just looks uncomfortable. We have to keep in mind that she's a healer. Might die, actually. That's funny. Oh, whoa, that's super close. Wait, does she heal herself? Yeah, okay. Okay. Ultimate time. Cinematic mode. Yeah, fuck them up. Go forward into the abyss. Just gonna get one shot. Oh, we're done. Okay, so that's it for Quetzalcoatl. Let's move on to our next character showcase. Loki, the master of mischief. 100 speed, so lower than even the flying snake, which I guess makes sense because she has wings. We saw like a tease for Loki back when Thor was revealed, but this is the first like proper look we're getting. Very purple, love it. The only thing I think would have been cooler would have, like, if each of Loki's daggers had, like, okay, so, you know, he's holding his daggers like this, right? If each of his daggers had, like, another dagger on the other side, so he was holding, like, warglaives, that would have been much better. Just copy paste, flip it around. He's got the horns. Disruptor, manipulation of the balance of power in battle is the principal role of disruptors. They focus on applying powerful disables and debuffs on your foes. Disables are the third type of debuff. There's buff, debuff, disable. On your foes whilst manipulating turn order and divinity powers. When pure power fails, the disruptor will be lurking in the shadows to control the battle in their favor. O-U-R, by the way. Looks like chaos. All these titles that don't make any sense to me. Abilities. Basic ability. Attack an enemy. Holy God. 2,200% of your accuracy goes into this one attack. Which, like, you want accuracy to be landing your debuffs anyway. So, like, you're going to be stacking accuracy. That's a ridiculous amount. Charm. So, Charm lets you take control of an enemy's turn. Hey, Henry. Yeah, take control of the next attack from the enemy that placed this debuff. Wait. Takes the next attack for the enemy that placed this debuff. Duration reduced. Takes the next. I think it's worded incorrectly. It's meant to be you take their turn. Burning Hatred. He's got Burning Hatred? He's Prime Demon Hunter. 3-turn cooldown, has 75% chance to place Taunt on all enemies for 1 turn. Yes, this is Godforge. This is, well, it's pre-alpha footage. We're getting leaks ahead of time. The alpha starts 2 weeks from now. And there's going to be a couple waves, so I'll be streaming the wave that I'm a part of. And then there's going to be a competition related to the alpha with it. The charmed person takes the next hit for the person that places the charm. The charmed person takes the next hit. Oh, so you're saying that, like, okay, so Loki places it on bad guy number 1. Bad guy number 2 attacks Loki. But really, he attacks bad guy number 1. Because the charm was placed onto bad guy number 1. So it, like, redirects? Is that it? Man. Okay, anyway. Places a taunt on all enemies, so that means they must attack Loki. Also has 75% chance to place Aetherborn. Aetherborn. Aetherborn is like, I think it's a Magic the Gathering creature type. Took me 100 times. I thought it was supposed to be you're taking their turn, but maybe I was misreading it because maybe I assumed that it was written incorrectly. I know in the podcast that came out yesterday, they discussed it a little bit, so I'll have to go back and check. For 2 turns on enemies not under a disable. Also has a... Okay, well, what if I want... Oh, I guess certain enemies can't be taunted? Is that... So they either get... Essentially, they either get taunted or have Aetherburn. Aetherburn. Attacks the unit that placed this disable, doing less damage. That's pretty good. Increased chance to weak hit. And reduces divinity by 6% on all allies. Oh, shit. Okay, so either you get taunted and you do less damage, or you just have a decreased ultimate chance and decreased chance of hitting strongly. Hitting strongly. Gain 10 divinity when an enemy attacks an ally. Okay, so anybody but you. Gain 20 when they attack. Oh, it says when they attack their allies. So they have to be attacking their allies with charm. Or is that confuse? Maybe I'm mixing the two. Let's wait for the details. Oh, here, let me read it. Attacks all enemies with 80% chance of placing confuse on each target for 1 turn. Each target. We gotta change the wording. There's no target there. I'm a Magic the Gathering player. I was a judge for the Pokemon TCG. We need consistent wording that is logical. Each target, there is no target. Attacks all enemies means there's no target. Anyway. If the target is already under a disable, steals 10% of their divinity. Okay, that's really nice. So if you've already charmed them or taunted them, right? Because you've got A1. Where's A1? Oh, charm's a debuff. Oh, charm's a debuff. Okay, so you either get confuse or taunt. If they're already under taunt, or you get another ultimate and they're already under confuse, steal their divinity. Okay. So you go A2 into ultimate. Also 3,000% accuracy. Oh my god. Okay. I was confused. Confusing confuse with charm. Okay, so charm is a redirect, and that's a debuff. You essentially just take the damage that Loki would take. Confuse, this unit attacks a random ally with a basic ability doing significantly less damage, but when they do that, you gain a bunch of divinity. Oh man, that's super good. That's super fun. I like in like Fable when you cast spells like that, or D&D or whatever, and you confuse the enemy and they start like attacking their enemies for you, or their allies. Unending mischief. Enemies under a charm that attack this hero have a 50% chance to instead attack one of their allies at random. Oh. I mean, it says confuse there, which is interesting. It's doing the effect of confuse, but it's not using confuse. So that still increases your ultimate. Enemies under a charm that attack this hero have a 50% chance to instead attack one of their allies. So charm wouldn't... yeah. Charm, I guess confuse is the upgraded charm. Except they're taking a little bit less damage, but you didn't... I guess you're not taking any damage. I don't know. I don't know about that, actually. Because, like... I think the benefit is your ultimate charge is a little bit faster. And it's just a passive effect, so you don't have to use an ability for it. And the charm is coming from your A1, which is an AoE. Right? Attack an enemy. Okay, it's only one. I guess it's just extra chance that they don't attack you. What if... Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So you taunt somebody, and theoretically you get a chance to A1 them to charm them as well, so that they're forced to attack you. And then there's the 50% chance that they instead attack an ally, or one of their allies. But why... Oh, duration reduced when triggered. Oh, so this might not trigger charm. it just upgrades it to like the confuse type ability and maybe doesn't trigger charm, so it stays on them. Okay. I'm seeing the synergy here. I think the passive is a little bit under performance compared to the abilities, and the abilities seem pretty good, so it seems like a good balance. But it's still like very synergistic and whatnot. Interesting. I guess if it doesn't use the charm stack, because they're taking a turn, they are attacking. If it doesn't use the charm stack, I think that's really good. Let me just trash my Loki here quick. Etherburn 2 also cannot be blocked or removed. Okay. I think Etherburn is not. Okay, this is the second time we've seen bonus to initiative as number 2. It was also 15 before. 50% chance to reduce damage from enemies under taunt by 100%. So half the time when they attack you, you don't take any damage. Bonus initial divinity, same thing. So we can already see the trend. 1, 3, and 5 on the duplicates are going to be the actual increases. 2 and 4 are going to be sort of stat gains. Very common for gacha games. If fatal damage is inflicted to this hero, prevent it, grant full divinity, and an extra... What? So you immediately stop. You don't die. It's your turn. And you get a chance to just use your ultimate. Use your ultimate. Place confuse on everybody. Probably live more. You use this. Oh, so because you don't have your turn taken, you can use this, then use your A2 for another taunt. And then if they attack you, you get 50% chance to not die. What the hell? That's insane. I mean, it should be insane if you've got a total of 6 Lokis, but holy God, that's gonna be the difference between spenders and free-to-players in Arena. If Loki becomes somebody that's like a PvP character, the people who have him at +5 are gonna outrank everybody by like a fucking mile. Okay, basic attack, double hit. Well, it wasn't a double hit, but it looked like he attacked with both. Taunt. Okay. Character did not get taunted. Did the hoplite or whatever not get taunted? Or Aetherburn? That is crazy. That's so funny. So, wait, this places a taunt. Where was the taunt buff? I thought it was only a percentage. Oops, there's no taunt. Pre-alpha, pre-alpha, pre-alpha. Ultimate. Whoa. What the? This is in-game footage. You're telling me he's not a demon hunter? Simon? I know you're watching. You might be watching on 2x speed on your second screen, but I need you to pay attention right now. Go look up Illidan Stormrage or Demon Hunter gameplay from World of Warcraft. There needs to be a Demon Hunter Loki skin. That is all I'll say. He like dashes forward. That's pretty cool. A little cheesy on the sound effects, but that's kind of cool. All right, we're just gonna see the abilities again. Oh, we see it here. Okay. Oh. Wait, this person didn't have a taunt on. Wait, it placed both. Oh, I didn't realize it placed both. So it checks for the Aether Burn after the taunt has been placed. So the potential is to do both. I don't think I like that camera angle. Yep, we know what these do. Mend. Oh, she mended. Beautiful. Oh my god, he did like a little slit. His little after... Okay, we get a little bit extra. This is totally new. Is Soul Day. She's a rare. Oh. Okay, we get rewards. Oh. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if this will be in for the main game or just the alpha. But this is like in Watcher of Realms. Or I guess it's just like a chicken in Raid Shadow Legends, right? A rare 2-star is like a specific chicken that you use to upgrade a character instead of a rare. There's just like an extra resource that will help you along. Interesting. Guess that's it. Okay. Susie Fateless. Level 3. Alright. Time to move on to the 67 characters that are going to be in Godforge. Alright, so it's totally not a different day, and I totally didn't, you know, I still have the same clothes on, right? Anyway, here we've got a look at all of the characters that are going to be in the Godforge Alpha. I'm assuming these are all playable characters that we will be able to obtain. But there might be a little bit more info about that in the video. But before we do that, let's do the YouTuber thing. If you've liked the video so far and you've made it this far, I appreciate you. I would appreciate it more if you would subscribe if you already are not. I actually got like a email from YouTube that was like, hey, we're changing around our policies and we're going to gut some of your like YouTuber capabilities. So we gotta pump those numbers in a legitimate way. YouTube in a legitimate way. Anyway, let's watch this. Let's see who's gonna be in there. It's 67
hey guys,
characters.
This is Simon from Fateless. with the alpha around the corner, starting on the 23rd of July. If you've not found your emails in your email box yet and you signed up, go digging, guys. They're out there. We've already got loads of people that...
I've been confirmed for Wave 2 and 3. I think I've already mentioned that in this video. So I'll be making content and streaming Wave 2 and 3.
Replied back. What I wanted to do today was just show you the different heroes that made it into the alpha. So we've got 67, and you will fight.
There's going to be 2 hidden ones, right?
Here. You'll also fight with a lot of them on your team as you progress through the caverns. So super exciting.
It's got to be.
I would say if you've not already checked out the different dates for the caverns and how that's going to work with the alpha, that was all talked through in my last video. So make sure you go and check that out. Okay, we've got 17 legendaries, one of which you guys have not seen for a while. So we're going to go through those. We've got 15 epics, 19 rares, 7 uncommons, and 9 commons made it into the alpha. Why did they all make it in? Generally, there's a bit of a theme around faction, okay, and the mythology.
Yeah, not all factions are going to be in the alpha.
5 sort of primary factions here, but some of them, if I'm honest, they made it in because they were ready. They had animations, they had VFX done, and they were easier for us to put in for the alpha. So yeah, 67 made it in. We're going to run through them all, and yeah, very, very like top level.
Aphrodite has a very strong breathing.
Let's start with the commons then. Medjai, he's a slayer, a defender, obviously coming from the Aru faction here.
These are commons.
We've got Hoplite from Olympus. So Hoplite is going to be able to pair up with Spartan and Leonidas, which is going to be fun. Another slayer here.
I think most of these commons and uncommons are going to like fill out the waves for wave-based combat until you hit like lower depths in the caverns or whatever, where things start to be like more epic and legendary focused. But I think like through the campaign, we're going to see a lot of these common characters
and their alignment with order or chaos. I'll go through some of the skills of a few of the epics when we get to those, and a couple of legendaries as we go up there as well. So the Desert Raider, looking pretty damn ripped, ready to go.
Oh, it's just artifacting.
Super sweet, actually. Every one of the heroes that made it in does have their abilities kind of unlocked, and we've got...
Wait. Poison Blades. Attacks one enemy 2 times with a chance to place acid.
Got icons in now for every ability in the game. We've got the Berserker here, Asgardian, ready to go into combat, an enraged Norseman. The first of our Beastmen then, the Satyr made it in, the Horn.
He was in one of the content creator leaks.
Menace, with some very cool...
Attack one enemy 2 times with a 35% chance to decrease their turn meter. Okay.
Visuals here, the Seizing Gaze.
Does each attack have a chance?
From the basic ability. You notice the commons here only have 2 abilities. They have their ultimate and they have a basic. As we ramp up to uncommons, we get another ability unlock. So we've got the Hound or the Jackal here coming in as another common. The Composite Bowman, ready to unleash. Precision Deadeye.
What is... I wonder if this is like a body modification. He looks kind of stitched together a little bit.
We've got the Brazilian Archer, literally our first hero.
I think we've seen an animation for one of the abilities.
Still kind of sweet.
Like a jump attack.
Watcher of the Woods for this common, and then we've got the Shield Maiden as the last of our common heroes that got into the alpha.
Clipping through the shoulders, unplayable.
She's not looking very happy with herself. We get into the uncommons then. We've got the Spartan. Bit of clipping here, we know about it. We will fix it. The Royal Guard.
Oh, they've got 3 abilities. Okay, uncommons have 3 abilities.
We will fix it. The Royal Guard.
So a basic, a ability that goes on cooldown, and an ultimate.
With his abilities, we've got Shublagal.
Shublagal.
A defender. We've got one of our early ones actually, a Nubian warrior. I feel like this guy looks really, really sweet. I love the design on this guy.
The like
Super
reflectiveness
cool,
on the
actually.
tattoos looks cool.
Yeah, really cool. A Bowmaster, the Nemean Lion.
It's oh, is this Olympus?
Fine work
Olympus
from
faction?
Michaela, King of the Beasts.
Yeah, I think.
The Knight made
Is
it
that the
in.
lion that Hercules defeats?
The Realm Defender. We've got Kunoichi. Again, one of our really early models, actually. Probably, I think it must have been our first one in this faction, ready to go. The Shadow Dancer. And then the last of the uncommons. Again, one of our early ones, the Mummy. Ready to inflict a whole bunch of...
Come on, Simon.
and then the last of the uncommons.
I know we're trying to go
one of our
quick,
early
but
ones, the Mummy. Ready to inflict
I gotta be ready to
a whole
pause.
bunch of...
Destroys their max HP by 10%. Okay.
I think this one...
10% of damage, is that what it is? Attacks an enemy 3 times with no space. Has a 35% chance, I guess on each attack, to place Drain 1.
It's got Drain
Ultimate with Curse 1.
and Curse, which is quite sweet. Okay, let's move on to the rares then. So we have got here Boulderlac. Yeah, the Virage faction. Boulderlac.
Attack 1 enemy with a 40% chance to place 2 stacks of bleed.
Shadow
Bleed seems to be like it's going to be very, very good.
Pounce.
Just, I think it's 1% max HP per turn. Or per tick. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. With the chance to place Lock Core ability.
Rabid
That's pretty good.
Bite. Locking core abilities. And Primal
Despair.
Howl. Attacks all enemies with a 50% chance to place Despair on each target for 2 turns. Very cool rare, this one. Actually, it's one of my favorite rares in the game. We've got Tristan here. A defender.
Tristan.
Ramsey's
Some of
one the
those
starter
super funny.
heroes.
We got Ramses, we got Voldvak, and we got Tristan.
Packs a punch. Lots of people are going to be using him in the alpha.
Oh, because he's one of the starter characters.
The Minotaur, one of our beasts. A maze beast.
Removes a random disable from this hero and places Stalwart and Retaliate.
Ultimate
Stalwart is maybe one of the shield type
removes
abilities.
a
I can't
disable
remember.
from this hero and places Stalwart and Retaliate for 2 turns. So it's going to be counter-attacking with that Retaliate ability. On the uncommons, there's no passives, and then we get to rares, and now you've got a
Okay, rares have
passive that you
passives.
can unlock as well. We've then got
Lady
Shock, who is another one of the starters.
She's going to be my starter for sure.
Looking pretty fierce. We've got Guan Yu. Loves
Final
to play
starter.
With that beard. Again, one of the starter heroes, the Loyal General.
I think he's going to be pretty good for bosses, which might be difficult for me. I'm picking Lady Zoc because I think she's going to be better at clearing waves. So I think I'm going to be able to eventually farm a little bit better in the alpha, but Guan Yu's probably going to be used against bosses and making bosses easier.
Super sweet design on this one. Walter knocking it out the park in 3D design here. I think he does he'll do a cool idol breaker in a minute. Again, all of the skills are in. Here he goes. He's ready. We've got
Flips the beard.
Sarg, who's one of our giants. It was actually our first giant that we made. Really feel the sort of impact of a giant on the battlefield in terms of size. The grotesque golem. We've got Tutankhamun here. For anyone who watched the Night in the Museum.
Night at the
movies, you would know
museum.
this
Come
dude.
on.
Again,
Come
super
on.
sweet look. Another Slayer here.
He's very slow, 88 speed. He
We've got
sold it.
Solde, one of the Knights of the Round. He's from the
Oh, I like that sword. It's got like some kind of purple flower on it.
Avalon faction.
Looks very pretty.
She's actually one of our kind of like turn me.
Removes a random debuff from all allies and increases the turn meter of all allies by 15%. Increased by a further 5% if debuff is removed from an ally. Okay, so if they had no debuff to remove, it's only 15% turn meter increase. If they did, it's 20. If Tristan's on the team, Tristane has a 75% chance to place Charm on them. Who's them? On the allies? Why would you charm an ally? That's a debuff.
The boosters, so she's got the Elixir of Fate as her.
I really hope that in the beta there's another pass of like grammar check on these, and like we need I mentioned this in the previous, in like the leaks that we were talking about. I think that somebody who is well versed in, and I mean this in like the best way possible, well versed in the rules of Magic the Gathering, and like very logical, the thing does as it says, like that type of person needs to be the one who is overseeing this project, because all of the wording has to match and it has to be crystal clear what's happening. And 2 turns on them does not make sense to me.
Which basically does a cleanse and then increases turn meter of all allies. She's
Defense
also
up.
got
And more turn meter.
a defense up and another turn meter fill on her A2. And she's got a passive here as well when it's unlocked. When an ally defender is attacked, heals all allies by 5%.
Oh, defender is a character.
Of her max HP.
Yellow means it's a character.
Kind of cool little support champion here. Got Icarus. Yeah, one
Nice.
of our earlier ones actually, but still looking cool. Still pretty sweet. We're actually doing some work on his wingspan so that he's not so clippy in battle. Like trying to make sure that his wings don't come out quite as wide. But yeah, Scorched Pride from Icarus here. Hippolyta, the Amazonian Queen.
She's also got the same shield clipping into shoulder issue.
We've got the Kate Sith. Veiled Prowler. Gives you a bite. We've also got Shishi.
Sure. You say sure.
This is the Jade Protector, so one of the Jade, I guess, Jade creatures brought to life. Gives you initiative in all battles.
Remind me to talk to you about that after we're done recording this video.
Battles from the aura there.
Funny you should ask.
Quite
I already
rare
talked
to
about it
have.
right now.
Shinigami with his massive scythe.
Holy
The Shadow
God.
Reaper.
That looks really cool. I remember there was a debate in the community, not a debate, but which Shinigami design should we go with? And this one
Very cool.
looked particularly
Maria
cool.
Marevna. So she is a Slayer. I'll show you some of her skills.
Attack an enemy, place an extra hit if the target has 3 or more
Actually,
buffs.
attacks
Okay.
an enemy,
Mage Hunter, that's kind of cool.
places an extra hit if the target's got 3 or more buffs.
Attacks all enemies and ignores shield and barrier.
Attacks all enemies, will ignore shield and
That's pretty good on a rare.
barrier.
Reduces the defense of the target by 2%. Stacks. Gain 25 divinity whenever an enemy gains a buff. Gain an additional 75. It's an immortal buff, so specifically immortal.
And then breach defenses is her ult. So attacks an enemy, reduces the defense of the target by 2%, stacks up to 5 times. So over a longer fight, she can start to reduce defense of.
Gain plus 3% increased damage inflict for each buff on this target. Gain 3% damage increase inflicted for each buff on this target. Okay, so you just stack her with buffs.
Enemies, and she's also got this passive here, gains 3%
It'd be interesting if she could steal, but
damage
she's
increase for each
she's
buff
rare, so.
on her. So you can start to stack buffs up. And Exa Namoon, if you watch the Mummy films, you would know this name. It's written in a really hard way.
Yeah.
She's a Sunrise Redeemer. We've got
Oh, we don't even get to hear it?
buffs up. Anexa Namoon.
Oh, he said it. Anexa Namoon. Okay, I would not have guessed that.
If you watch the Mummy films, you would know this name. It's written
I don't
in a
remember
really
that
hard
character.
way. She's a sunrise redeemer. We've got Scardy, a giantess.
I really don't know how she's holding the arrow there, but
she's got some cool skill set actually.
we don't have to talk about that. 6-turn cooldown. Attacks 3 enemies for each hit. Has a 50% chance to place freeze.
She's got frozen arrows. Attacks 3 random enemies with a chance to freeze.
So if that's a boss, that's 3 on 1. Speed down on an AoE for 2 turns. If the target's already frozen, speed down 2.
She's got an ult as well. Attacks all enemies with a chance to place speed down. If the target's under freeze, you can improve the speed down.
I like the ability icon for let's attack 3 enemies. Has 2 arrows on it.
And she's got a passive here as well. When attacking the enemies under freeze, reduces their divinity. Pretty sweet.
That's pretty good.
Dagonet,
yeah.
So he's one.
Places vanish for 2 turns. Can't be targeted, I think. And has a 75% chance to place defense down on 2 enemies. Or sorry, on all enemies for 2 turns.
It's actually got defense down, which is pretty cool.
Attacks an enemy and then attacks each enemy that's under defense down. So a second hit on anybody. Each hit has a 50% chance to remove a buff.
It's also got the ability to do multi-hits if defense down is out there.
What the? That was up for half a second. 30% chance to make a joint attack with a basic ability when an ally attacks an enemy that has less than 50% HP. Okay, so somebody attacks someone who's almost dying. 30% chance he's going to come in and attack with Zayla.
So yeah, the Fall coming in big for team comps. We've got Bork here.
Bork.
The Shadow Beast. And that's the last of the rares. So let's get into the epics end. So Leonidas, again, been around a while in terms of in-build. Really, really cool. Got a leader bonus as well. HP in all battles. So he's got defense down on his basic ability. And
that said something about
awaken him to also put attack down on his basic ability.
Sure.
So super sweet once you get Awakening 1 for Leonidas. Bastet, the daughter of Ra, she is a damage dealer. She's got some AoE smack. She does a lot of fire-based damage.
It's kind of unfortunate that her, like, subtext, like, descriptor title is daughter. like, I don't know much about Bastet, but, like, she does give you defense up in Terraria.
Blaze-based damage. We've got Set here, the deity of disorder. Musashi, again, one of the earlier epics that we had in game.
Musashi.
Still looking pretty sweet. Mordred. Mordred's kit is kind of off the charts bonkers, honestly. Attacks all...
What the? Oh, this is... Okay. Attacks all enemies. This is ultimate. If the target's under Confuse, inflict 100% more damage. If the target is under a Corrupt, decrease their divinity and turn meter by 10%. Okay.
If the target's under Confuse, inflict
I'm assuming
100% increased damage. And if they're under Corrupt, decrease their divinity and turn meter.
Yeah. Place accuracy up on this hero first, and then Confuse.
And he's got a chance to put Confuse on enemies. And a chance to put Corrupt on enemies. Very, very cool kits. Got the Hound of Duat with his golden armor.
Pretty cool.
The Grave Watcher.
I like the ears.
Achilles. Mimrodon's Wrath. Cool work done on the shield here. In sweet. Percival with his giant axe. Made it into the alpha to do
That's kind of fun.
Epic damage. The Faithful Knight. Cyrus is in. The Lord of Silence. Imhotep is in. He's going to be your faithful invoker.
Oh, we've seen a couple of his abilities, right? We've seen the animations, but we've not seen what they do. And it was very much like a healer type ability.
For his kit, he's more like a healer.
Heals all allies of 25 of the 25% of their max HP. Okay.
So he's got
Interesting.
Pillar of Support, heals all allies.
Radiance 2. And then reduces the cost of ally
He's got
ultimates. That's kind of
Steps
cool.
of Ascension.
You could like... Interesting. There's probably some build where like he has like a very high divinity to start with. And then you use that to chain together ultimates.
Giving the team Radiance. Yeah, super cool kit actually. We've got Brunhild, the Valkyrie. So the exiled Valk. A defender, of course. We've got Pandora, one of everyone's favorite kind of epics out there. She is a disruptor.
Did they fix her tea?
We've got the Green Knights ready for battle. We've got Gilgamesh with his giant axe. Seen
His like bracers look a
in the
little
cutscenes.
funny.
And we have got Beowulf as our last epic. Beowulf was a cool kit as well, actually.
Attack one enemy if the target is a brawler or boss. So not specifically characters. Increase attack by 5%.
The target's a brawler or boss. Increase attack by 5%.
Oh, like character attack stacking up to
3 times.
3 times.
Attacks an enemy. If the target's a brawler or boss, decreases the target's attack.
So he's just single
And
target.
then Thane's Wrath. Again, if it's a brawler or boss, increases this hero's crit damage.
So
by
if you
10%.
keep him alive, he'll just keep doing more and more
stacking.
damage
So
against bosses.
Longer fights, he empowers himself and reduces the enemy's damage. Okay, then on to the legendaries. As you work your way through the trials of the caverns, the trial of caverns, you will find more and more legendaries drop. We want people to be able to play with these different heroes and give us feedback. So the further you get, the more you will get. So Shamash is the first one here. The Flames of Truth.
Whoa, okay. Revives a random ally with 30% HP and 30% turn meter. A random ally, okay. Then Radiance up, attack up to... Radiance 2, attack up to on all allies. Then heals all allies by 30% of their max HP. Then places a barrier equal to the overhealing, which is just a shield. The first time an ally is killed, gain full divinity. Whoa. So you can immediately revive them and give everybody turn meter.
Check his ultimate out. Revives
What
a random ally with 30% HP and turn meter. Then puts Radiance 2 and Attack 2 for 2 turns on.
Oh,
all
and it just
allies.
activates. It
Also
doesn't. You
heals
don't even get to
allies by
choose
30% of their max HP.
the first time somebody
Place a
dies.
barrier equal to 100% of overhealing on
So you probably don't want him to start with very much divinity.
those teams.
Maybe. I
The
don't know.
first time an ally is killed in battle, gain full divinity and activate Light of the Heavens. Very cool ult. We got Herc. Herc's been in the game a long time. This guy does damage.
Acid damage? Okay.
AoE attack, gets 100% attack plus 90% HP for his multiplier. He's also got a passive here. Prevents his death and heals them to 100%
Prevents this hero's death and heals them to 100% of their max HP.
of their max HP.
Does he ever die? What? It didn't have a cooldown.
Gets 100% attack plus 90% HP for his multiplier.
And it didn't say the first time this happens.
He's also
How the fuck do you kill him? What? This has to be like, oh, it only triggers once. Or, oh, it has an internal cooldown of 5 turns.
got a passive
something.
here. Prevents his death and heals them to 100%.
How do you
of
win
their
against that?
max
Like, what?
HP. Heimdall.
Doesn't make any sense.
Bifrost Warden. Super sweet. A defender. He's going to shield your team. He's going to support your team. Got Loki.
We talked about Loki.
Master of Mischief. Keep an eye on the different CCs that cover Godforge.
That's
for
me.
a look of his kits on Friday. We've got Isis here.
Today's not Friday.
She's an evoker. Her ultimate here revives all dead allies, 50% HP and
Okay,
turn
not
meter.
random.
If Horus is revived by this ability, place Radiance 2 on him.
Radiance specifically
Well,
on him.
We've got Hell, one of my favorite, aesthetically in game. Like such a sweet visual on this one. Really, really cool. I really love her ability icons as well. Attacks all enemies. Revives all defeated enemies with 100% HP and places Confuse on them for 2 turns. Cannot
What?
be resisted or blocked. Dracula.
He has nothing to say about that? Simon, come on. What? Attacks all enemies, then revives all defeated enemies with 100% HP, then places Confuse on them for 2 turns. It cannot be resisted or blocked. So it doesn't matter. So if there's no enemies dead, then they don't get confused or anything. If there are allies dead, and if there are allies dead, or sorry, enemies, and she didn't kill them, if they died before, then they'll still get raised. If she kills them, they'll still get raised. Yeah, she's attacking the enemies and then reviving the defeated enemies. So I'm assuming it's just all dead enemies. So like, what if there's only one bad guy left? There's 4 spots. 3 of them are dead. She's the only one left on your team. And like you're on auto or something and it uses her ultimate. And like she doesn't kill that last enemy. Then she resurrects the other 3. So there's now 4 enemies. Yeah, they have Confuse on them. But like, and she's the only enemy left. What? I'm so confused. Just to trigger on death on res effects. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Because it doesn't say revives all allies. It says revives all defeated enemies. I mean, I guess there's other characters that would have passives that are like, when an enemy gets revived, do X thing. But like, I feel like I'm not in the business of reviving dead enemies. Like, I'd rather them stay dead. Unless it's like a boss fight. Maybe there's a boss fight with like, with a couple of ads. And you want, like, for every time an enemy is revived, gain 1% damage or something like that. And they're like super weak. So you like keep reviving them to get a little bit of extra damage over time or something. Yeah. Or like, you've got one enemy on their team is like super tanky and you need the extra kills to make your nuker damage enough. Yeah, it's definitely gimmicky. It's just very strange. Especially because we don't get to see the passive. So like, I don't know if she benefits from this.
With 100% HP and places
That's interesting. You're gonna have to take a look at her full kit at some point.
Cannot be resisted or blocked. Dracula.
The Bleed
King. Of Bleeds.
Yeah.
What's his actual title here? Count of Transylvania. Anubis, one of our first legendaries we put in. The Shepherd of Shadows. Super cool skin, this one. Really, really cool visuals. We've got Ra.
I think it's been confirmed that participants in the alpha are getting cosmetic rewards, and among them may be skins.
I love this kind of like just solar flare coming off his weapon. VFX team just doing good work, you know, just that kind of like enough to see it. It's just enough impact. The Divine Eclipse. Quetzalcoatl here.
So we just took a look
Star
at
of Dawn.
all of her abilities as well.
Really, really great skill set on this one. We've got
Zeus,
King of the Gods. Let's check out.
Attack up on this hero for 2 turns, then attacks 1 enemy. Assemble the council. If the targeted enemy is slain, Increases this hero's attack and crit damage by 10%. It stacks. This bonus persists across rounds. Okay, so if you're fighting a 3-wave fight, it will continue until the end. When dealing damage to an enemy, gain 50 divinity. Okay.
Out his ult.
So just theoretically, you can stack his ultimate over time.
Assemble the council. Places attack 2 on this hero, then attacks an enemy. If the target is slain, increases this hero's attack. And
That's not particularly good for bosses unless there are ads. So I guess maybe you could pair it with Hell. Hell.
crit damage scales up to 50% and persists across rounds. You gain divinity when dealing any damage to an enemy. First look at YDG. In fact, not first look. Ydrag. Is this a Welsh
I can't say that
pronunciation? The protector of Avalon. So this dragon was one of our first.
I hope the Idolbreaker
kind of
like
potential
spreads the
bosses
wings.
in the game. But because we want creatures and cool heroes in game, we've turned this one into a collectible hero.
Yeah.
So you can have a dragon fight on your side
That was cool.
against Fafnir during the alpha. Really exciting. This is a very cool reveal. Leader bonus.
30% attack in all battles.
Attack in all battles. Let's just check out the
Inflicts 30% more damage and receives 30% less damage from enemies under Blaze or Etherburn.
passive. Inflicts 30% more damage and receives 30%
Probably
less
burns a
damage
lot
from enemies
with
under
his
Blaze
abilities.
or Etherburn. Okay then, we've got
Whoa.
the Sphinx. Again, big damage dealer.
Oh, the eyes work now.
I think this is a... Oh, it's not slave, it's a defender. Okay, defender. Damn, this defender does damage. I've used her. Very cool. Pangu.
Oh my
with
god, what is his
the
face?
world-splitting axe.
He looks so scary. What the heck? He's seen some
Sweet,
shit.
really, really great VFX. I showed this guy off in my last video. Love the jade here on.
Oh, the Jade does
kind
look
of like
pretty
circle at the
good.
back and on his items. Very, very cool. Obviously, still waiting on VFX and stuff, but he is in. Odin, the All-Father. Let me show you his ult.
Ragnarok. Attacks all enemies and decreases their divinity by 30%. Really good if you can spam that button first. If an enemy's divinity is fully depleted by this attack, it has a 25% chance to instantly kill them. What? So, I need to know... Wait, so, how does that work? Oh, man. This is why we need clarity. And I don't know if the details button gives the clarity on this. Is decreasing their divinity by 30%. Does that mean you're decreasing by 30% of their total? So, like, it takes him 1,700 to... like his divinity meter is 1,700. Once that's full, then he can use his ultimate. 30% of 1,700? Or is it 30% of their current divinity? Because, like, he starts the round with 200 out of 1,700. 30% of 200... 30% of any number, unless it's 1, will never let you fully deplete something. Because you're always just taking 30% of it. You're not taking 100% of it. So, like, this is the kind of clarity that we need, because it just causes confusion. Like, 30% decreases their divinity. Sounds to me, and maybe I'm wrong, sounds to me like 30% of what their current divinity is. It's not decreasing their divinity that they currently have by 30% of their total divinity pool. I feel like there's a better way to word that where it's a little bit more clear. Because at first I was like, okay, I'm thinking 30% sure, but how does that deplete something to get a chance to instantly kill something? Because you will never get to 0 by, dividing by a third. Ugh.
Ragnarok.
More clarity,
Attacks
please.
all enemies and decreases their divinity by 30%. If an enemy's divinity is fully depleted by this attack, has a 25% chance to insta-kill them, but can't kill bosses this way. Ragnarok slays enemies. Very, very cool. We've got Horus.
We've seen his ability animations.
Horus is the Eye of Aru. Attacks an enemy with 50% chance to place taunt. Also heal for 70% of defense. If Isis is on the same team, she is healed by the same amount. So we've got like team up stuff
Speed
there.
down, blunt
Attacks
2.
an enemy, 75% chance to put
That's like damage down.
speed down and blunt 2 out. And then an ultimate here places a 400% defense shield on all allies. If Isis is on the team, this shield cannot be removed and is 50% stronger. Then has a 75% chance to place taunt for 2 turns.
Nice.
Damn, this guy is a beast. Last but not least, we've got Aphrodite here, giving us a big
Look at her breathing animation.
aura. She is an invoker, so she's going to be basically your turn meter manipulator, and she's also got a cool A1 actually, or basic.
Speed up, initiative. Wait. Oh my god. Is it initiative up or int up? Int is intellect. There is no int in this game. It should be initiative up, I think.
Attacks one enemy. Allies under speed up or initiative up
There we go.
will join this attack using their default ability. After attacking, place another speed up on someone else.
No. So she attacks an enemy. Sure. The second time around, she places a speed up. And then... No, the first time around... Oh, she places it on herself. Maybe her other abilities add speed
Very,
up.
very cool. That is going to be the roster for the alpha. Really excited to get you guys in the mix. I've been
Interesting.
Simon from Fateless. Don't forget to sub to this channel. Don't forget to join our Discord. And I'll see you in the next one.
Okay. That's going to do it for me. Lots of interesting things. 67 characters coming in the alpha. Wave 1 starts, I believe, on the 22nd or the 23rd. I can't remember which day. Sometime that week. Of July. Second wave is going to be mid-August. Third waves with the challenge is going to be in September. Keep an eye on the channel. We're live, twitch.tv/vexinglive, for recording and playing Godforge when we're able to. And I appreciate you for watching if you've made it this far. I know this has been a crazy long video, but I thank you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!